Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Greetings, alishanmao here. Welcome to a quick unboxing and a review of the all-new RadioMaster Nexus X and Nexus XR helicopter flight controllers, designed in collaboration with Rotorflight team. So this is the Nexus X helicopter flight controller, and to be honest, I'm getting very much attracted to use these on my new RC helicopters or existing RC helicopters. Replace my GPS H1 flight controllers with these little lightweight and much more better flight controllers that offer you a whole lot of customization and control for your helicopter programming. So this is the Nexus X. Okay, inside the box you can see full CNC aluminum case that provides better cooling for all the hardware. Very little, as you can see in my hands. If we compare it to any other flight controllers, it is little. Okay, and then you have accessories. All right, you have a USB-C cable. All right, after that, in another bag you have these little heat shrink tubes, have 3M double-sided tape, and a variety of cables right here and connectors that you can use to actually solder your receivers and other equipment, other gear that you want to connect to Nexus X. Now if we go to Nexus XR, inside the box you have this right here. One moment, let me pull it nicely so the antennas don't break. Now why do you see the antennas here? That is a very clear difference between Nexus X and Nexus XR right here, is that Nexus XR has a built-in ELRS receiver with dual transceivers. So you have built-in ELRS receiver with telemetry, while on Nexus X you will have to add an external receiver to it. On Nexus XR you already have a built-in one, and obviously inside is the same thing. All right, one USB cable and plenty of connectors and cables just like these right here. All right, now that you know the difference between Nexus X and Nexus XR, let's talk about these flight controllers. Now, the first thing that I like about Nexus X and Nexus XR is, again, the CNC machine enclosure that will keep the electronics cool. The other thing is the size of these. For instance, even if I take the Nexus XR with built-in receiver in it, even if you have helicopters like these, like for example Goose Sky S2 Max or S2, you can see you can easily add this one onto your helicopter and convert your helicopter to Rotorflight 2.20 based flight controller Nexus, which provides much more better control and better flight performance with its improved hardware. As you can see, side by side with the original S2 Max flight controller from Goose Sky, Nexus XR is still smaller compared to that one, and you can easily mount it this way so the pins are outward, all right, or you can mount it the other way if you want to keep the pins there. So there is a complete customization you can do about the Nexus XR, which way the flight controller is mounted, pins backward or pins forward, facing to the nose or facing to the tail of the helicopter. You can easily configure everything in Rotorflight 2.2 software. For both of these flight controllers, you can use Rotorflight 2.2 configurator, and if you have flown FPV racing drones and you are familiar with Betaflight, Rotorflight 2.2 is basically just like Betaflight. So sometimes people even call these Betaflight type configurators for these. So if you have done FPV racing drones configurations before, you will find the Rotorflight 2.2 very familiar, and you will be used to configure the things. Now the only difference is that in Betaflight you used to do drones, but here in Rotorflight 2.2 that is a Betaflight based configurator, and it is specifically for helicopter configurations for Nexus flight controllers. Now both of these flight controllers are actually running a very powerful new MCU and a 6-axis MEMS motion tracker gyro chip that actually provides better and improved flight performance and higher resolution on the MCU, and of course higher processing power for your commands and for the helicopter control. So both Nexus X and XR provide a better and precise control, better stabilization, and of course you will notice an outstanding flight performance. I am definitely going to put one of these for test because I'm going to build a new GUI Sky RX-5 500 size helicopter, and of course I have two of these, so maybe one of these I will put on my GUI Sky RS-7 700 size helicopter, and I'll be able to post my setup videos for these both flight controllers. Both of the flight controllers also have a large memory of 256 MB for logging all your flight data and other customization, so you have a plenty of memory in both of these flight controllers. If you have helicopters that are running tail motors, okay, for the tail rotor rather than servos, yes, Nexus X and XR do support the tail ESCs for your RC helicopters, and of course they also support the tail servos. Now, as I've already mentioned, that the difference between both of these flight controllers is that XR has a built-in ELRS receiver, so a little bit of difference you will find on the casing as well. As you can see here, you have a boot button for your flight controller on Nexus X. Here you have two boot buttons, one for FC on XR, okay, and one for your receiver on XR. As you can see, there is a USB-C port, okay, and then you have a choice of few UART ports right here, okay. On port A, as you can see right here, you can connect the RadioMaster RP3H ELRS receivers directly, plug and play, no soldering you need to do, okay, and that is a specifically designed helicopter receiver, ELRS receiver. Okay, then we have an external volt, all right, and right here you have two more ports, B and C. You can see in the user manual right here on the screen that you can also use these to connect other hardware to your Nexus flight controller. All right, now if we look at the PWM pins, both of these flight controllers have more PWM pin options for you. As you can see, if I pick up just Nexus right here, both are same, okay. You have S1, S2, S3 cyclic servos, you have tail servo, or you can also connect tail ESC right here if your helicopter is running a tail motor rather than the tail servo, okay, so you can also connect the tail ESC here. Then you have a main ESC that you can connect here, RPM cable and telemetry cable you can connect here, you have aux, and you have S-bus support, and wide variety of S-bus receivers you can use with both Nexus X and Nexus XR. Now, both of the flight controllers, they support a wide range of receivers, Crossfires, ELRS, Ghost, S-Bus, SUMD, iBus, X-Bus, X-Bus, PPM. Now, both of these flight controllers have a support for external voltage input that is from 3.6 to 70 volts. They have an improved BEC already built in, okay, which actually gives you 5 volt up to 1.5 amp, and you can connect a DC supply of 5 to 16 volt maximum on a Nexus X and Nexus XR. Now, when it comes to ESCs, you have support for PWM one-shot, multi-shot, and D-shot ESCs that you can connect to Nexus X and Nexus XR. And last but not least, they do support the Rotorflight rescue function that you can actually configure on a choice of your switch on your radio, okay, and as soon as you make a mistake, you just flick that switch and you can save your helicopter from crashing. I would for sure give that feature a try and see how that works. All right, so the question is, why should you switch to Nexus flight controllers? Is because the GPS flight controllers nowadays are showing a whole lot of glitches. There could be a GPS glitch anytime, anywhere, easily making your helicopter go out of control, while Nexus X and XR, these Rotorflight based controllers, have no GPS at all. So no worries of GPS glitches, total control of your model, your helicopter, especially if you have 700 size helicopters like the one sitting right there, which costs more than 2 arms and legs. You might want to put a very reliable flight controller, especially with the reliability of ELRS receiver built in. Those are my plans, and this is all for the Nexus X and XR flight controllers. Really, I like them. I like their size. I like their features. Now, in the beginning, for the very first setup, it does seem intimidating because there are a whole lot of things to configure. But I'm sure once I do, or you do your very first flight setup, you will know it's not that difficult. Just like all the Edge TX or Open TX radios, when the very first time the radios came out, we were really scared to look at all those customization and all those options. But once we start using Open TX and Edge TX, we know it's actually pretty easy. These are just the straightforward concepts, and once you know those, everything becomes easy for the next setup. So I will be setting up these on my helicopters, and I will be using my new RadioMaster TX15 radio controller, which is definitely a game changer right here. Please watch a complete video of this on my channel. I introduce all the features of this radio. So I will be configuring this radio for the Nexus flight controllers, Rotorflight 2.2, which is different than actual helicopter setup. Should you want to fly, for example, a Goose Sky with built-in receiver, SFHSS and GTS flight controller, you will have to set up a different radio setup with throttle curves and pitch curves. Traditional way, you have to set up a helicopter model. For the flight controllers running Rotorflight, they take care of throttle and pitch curves all by themselves. So you have a very, very easy radio setup, model setup to do. But I will definitely show my radio model setup for Edge TX radios, okay, when I set up these flight controllers. So thank you very much for watching this video, and stay tuned on my channel. A whole lot of new videos for RC helicopters are coming soon on my channel. There will be a whole lot of content that inshallah you will love to watch, and you will learn a whole lot from that content, including the Rotorflight Nexus setup, the RadioMaster radio setup, complete review and flight of Goose Sky S2 Max. And by the way, I'm gonna add an ELRS receiver in this one, or just bind SFHSS using 4-in-1 external module on my TX15, and use TX15 to configure and fly with a traditional helicopter model, fly the Goose Sky S2 Max. That video is coming on my channel as well very, very soon. And after that, I have, as you can see, Goose Sky E2 GPS RC helicopter with LiDAR and optical flow. It is ready to fly, as you can see, with radio and everything, but it does support ELRS receiver connection. So I will just slap an ELRS receiver in there, configure and fly it with TX15. And of course, as I mentioned, don't forget, I'm gonna use these Nexus flight controllers on RS5 and RS7 and other RC helicopters. So you will have a lot of setup videos, flight videos of RC helicopters coming very soon on my channel. So stay tuned. Thank you very much, RadioMaster. These are really very nice flight controllers. Now time to learn more about these.
Crash, rebuild, bounce back, that's what I do. Crash,